Hey, if you're mailing out catalogs, you already know postage is a huge part of your budget, right? Well, what if I told you there's a way to slash that cost? Today, we're going to dive deep into a pretty amazing USPS discount program that's all about putting that money right back where it belongs, in your pocket.
All right, let's just cut to the chase. The big number you need to know is 10%. That's right, a flat 10% discount on your eligible mail. Just for getting into this Catalog Insights promotion, you're already looking at a serious chunk of change saved. But wait, it actually gets even better than that, because with a couple of clever moves, you can stack on even more savings.
So you're probably thinking, okay, how do I get all the way up to 12%? Well, that's exactly what we're here to do. Let's break down the whole process, step by step.
Okay, so what is this thing, the USPS Catalog Insights promotion? Think of it this way. It's a program the USPS created to help you get more eyes on your catalog and hopefully more orders, all while spending less. It's a pretty smart tool, whether you're trying to find new customers or just keep your regulars happy.
All right, first things first. Before we get too excited, we gotta make sure your catalog actually qualifies. The USPS is pretty specific about this stuff, so let's run through the checklist. So, according to the official USPS rulebook, a catalog for this promotion has to be a bound mail piece, stapled, stitched, whatever, with at least 12 pages. And it's gotta have all the good stuff: pictures, details about your products, prices, and of course, a super clear way for people to actually buy from you. Here it is, broken down into a super simple checklist. You need at least 12 pages, bound together. You need to list your products or services with all the key details. And you gotta have pricing and ordering info, like a phone number, a website, maybe a QR code. As long as you've got those boxes ticked, you're in good shape. Now, here's a little pro tip that a lot of people miss. Those 12 pages, that includes your front and back covers. Yep, so even if your cover just has a logo or the address block, it still counts toward that minimum. That's a big one to remember. And another really crucial piece of the puzzle is the mail class. You gotta be using the right one. So USPS marketing mail, both regular and nonprofit, is in. But stuff like first-class mail, periodicals, or bound printed matter, nope, those are out. Super important distinction. Okay, so let's say your catalog meets all the criteria. Awesome. Now for the fun part. How do you actually get this discount? Let's walk through the sign-up process. Everything happens online. You're going to start at the USPS Business Customer Gateway. Once you're in, you're looking for the Mailing Promotions portal. That's basically your home base for this whole thing. Really, it all boils down to just 5 simple steps. First, you get your catalog pre-approved online. Second, you officially register for the promotion. Third, you answer a few quick questions. Fourth, you prep your electronic postage statement. And fifth, you mail your catalogs and save money. Easy as that. Okay, a quick heads up on that pre-approval step. You're going to have to answer some questions about your catalog campaigns. Things like how often you mail, who you're mailing to, that kind of stuff. And just so you know, this isn't optional. It's how you lock in that 10% discount. The USPS basically uses this info to see how the promotion is performing for businesses like yours. All right, you've done the work. You've locked in that awesome 10% discount. But why stop there, right? Now let's talk about how to get to that full 12% by stacking on a couple of extra goodies. So you start with that solid 10% base discount. That's your foundation just for getting into the Catalog Insights promotion. And then you can add another 1% for using informed delivery and another 1% for using sustainable paper. You do the math, 10 plus 1 plus 1, that gets you to a whopping 12% total savings. So let's break down those 2 add-ons. The first one, informed delivery, is all about digital. It lets you put an interactive ad right into your customer's daily USPS email digest. The other one, the sustainability add-on, is about showing your green side by proving your catalog is printed on responsibly sourced paper. And if you're wondering what that informed delivery thing looks like, it's pretty cool. You basically create 2 images. There's a small, clickable one called a ride-along image that shows up in the email, and then there's a bigger, representative image that gives a nice full-color preview of your catalog. Okay, we have covered a ton of ground, so let's wrap this up with the most important stuff: the key dates you need to know and a few final reminders so you don't leave any money on the table. Okay, get your calendars out. Registration for the main promotion kicks off August 15th, 2025, and you've got until June 30th of 2026 to sign up. Now, for those extra add-on discounts, those run for the entire calendar year of 2026, so you'll have to re-enroll for those separately. And finally, a few super important things to remember. You have to claim the discount when you mail. They won't give it to you later. It's not a rebate. Also, make sure your eDoc has the right code. It's CT for this one. And don't forget, you have to keep a hard copy of your catalog for a bit. And yes, you do have to get approved every single year. So there you have it. That's the inside scoop on the USPS Catalog Insights promotion. It is a seriously powerful way to stretch that marketing budget. So I'll just leave you with this one thought. A 12% discount on your postage bill? What could you do with all that extra cash?